We're live. Welcome to the TCG Show podcast. I'm here with Kid Card Collector. Welcome, Gavin.
Thank you.
Sorry we're a little late. We had some technical difficulties, but then I noticed that we have another thing in common. We have the same Labubu.
Mine's a lot dirtier. And
Well, I was getting mine dirty. It was like on my bag, and I was like, oh no, we don't want it to get all crappy. So
yeah, I dropped down the floor at your show. So.
No. So do you keep it on your bag, or how do you keep it? Or you just keep it in your house?
With my money and like my stuff back there.
Oh, really? Oh, so it got dirty at the show, and then
on that thing.
Oh, yeah. I usually keep mine in my office at in the house, but we've changed studios. Now our garage has now been upgraded and has become the podcast studio. So that's where we are now. That's awesome. I thought it was so cute that we're twinning.
I actually traded Pokey Taz for the pink one because I had the white one and I didn't like it. So
is pink your favorite color, or you just
I just think it's a cool Labubu.
Yeah. So how did you get into vending? What made you get into vending? How did you get into collecting? Tell me all the things.
All right. It's a long story. I was 6. I'm 12, by the way. I was 6 when Sun and Moon came out. And then I kept watching Sun and Moon every day. And I also watched Pokerev. So that was like cool seeing him. And then I stopped completely, went to flea markets, which comes in handy in a little bit. And then I saw a couple vendor POVs. I saw Joey's POV. And then I went to the Woodbridge card show for my first show. And I already had like a Moonbreon and a 10 from like a birthday a while ago. So I was kind of familiar.
Oh, yeah, no big deal. You just have a Moonbreon. How old are you at that point? You were 10, 11?
10,
wow.
11. And I saw Joey. I was like freaking out. And then the next show, I just kept going and going and going. And I would sell like $2 cards for $3 because at the flea markets, I could pick them up for really cheap. And yeah, and then I went to my first show, which was yours, and then just kept rolling and rolling and rolling.
That's exciting. So you started watching. How did you get introduced to vendor POVs? Was it just like organically through YouTube, or was it how did you get introduced to that?
Just through YouTube, because I started watching like One Piece for a little bit. And then that got me back in like the cards. And I saw like the Bulbasaur, the most popular guy. And then a lot of local vendors, actually. And I saw like the Woodbridge one come up in the title.
Uh-huh.
And I looked that up on Instagram and I saw it.
Uh-huh.
And I created my account 6 months ago.
Wow. So you've grown quite a following in 6 months. I mean, like you went from someone who casually checked out a vendor POV on YouTube, and then you got to meet Joey in real life. What was that like when you saw someone that was someone local on YouTube, and then you get to meet him in real life? Was that exciting, or what was that like?
There's a clip of it here. Let me pull it up.
Oh, really? Oh, you got it?
Yeah, look. Sorry, 1 second. I just reposted it because it was like my 1 year thing.
Oh.
Because it was my first card show. June. We're in June, so it was June 1st when the first one pulled up. Here. It's bad footage.
Oh, that's adorable. So when you first spotted him, you were really excited, and then you bought something from him. And then from there, do you think that because you saw the vendor POV, it made you more comfortable with going to a show, or did you go there specifically to meet him?
No, that's why I was so shocked. I didn't even know he was going to be there. I just saw it on YouTube, and I bought I don't even know, probably the Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go, the set.
Uh-huh.
I sold that. And I also met Parker, who also taught me a lot about, cards. And then I just kept doing it every weekend, and it kind of took over like my life, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this whole year, every single weekend, except like there wasn't a show or I was sick or something. I've been to a card show. Like,
wow.
it's crazy.
How are your parents with it? Are they okay with you going to card shows every weekend? Or are they like, all right, we got to slow down? Or what?
They're very supportive. Very, very.
Oh,
supportive.
that's great. Yeah, I got to say that when you asked me to be a vendor at the show, you were pretty much the only person that approached me with their parent. And your dad expressed interest. I mean, you told me you were interested and your father was there and he's completely on board. And you were, that's the only way that I think that someone who's underage is going to be able to vend with us is that if they have a parent or someone, an adult that's going to be with them the whole time, because I'm sure that there's people that either you're known more now in the card show scene, but in the beginning, I'm sure especially if there's not an adult with you, they could maybe want to take advantage or try to take advantage of you. Have you ever felt that way as a younger person vending?
Definitely been taken advantage of.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
At your table or while you're buying?
Walking around, people are like, come over here, kid, because I'm holding like an $800 card, a Shining Charizard. This guy was like, come over here. And then, oh, never mind, it's a 6. But that has happened a lot where people saw me with the relatively expensive card, approach me, offering me a lower percentage than I could sell to my normal vendors or by myself, which I'm doing now.
Yeah. So when you first started selling, buying and selling, did you go to specific vendors that you knew from videos, or would you just walk around the shows?
I'd walk around, but I'd always go see my people because I'm very, loyal to my people.
Now, how many shows have you vended now?
8 or 9.
Yeah.
It started in December, so I went like 5 months without going like vending at a show. Yours, and then it's just been every other weekend, every 3 weeks.
Wow, that's really exciting. Have you been making money, or are you just rolling it into more inventory?
I haven't been putting money on the side, but my income has went up a lot. So my card value inventory is a lot. Like my collector is a lot more than what it was.
Yeah, you just see it going up and up and up. That's exciting. So what are the kids at school? Do you talk to them about it? Are they into it? Do they know anything about your card show life?
Yeah, my friend Ben is watching right now. Yeah, he was like excited to see me, but they like didn't really get it because that's how kids are,
Right?
Confused with me selling.
I'm like, I'm old, and they don't. My friends don't get it either.
Yeah, they're like, you sell cards, like. And then I saw one of my buddies at a sports card show. It was like a sports and Pokemon show. So, yeah, and then he got out of it. So I'm really the only person who does this. And to this extent, too, where I'm vending.
Yeah, I mean, like there are some people around your age that do vend, but I don't see them regularly at shows, or at least they don't have as much of a presence as you do, which I guess it's good. I guess it's hard because you don't drive, right? So you're dependent on adults with driver's license or people with driver's license to get you to shows and to be there and support you. Now, how did you get started? Did you like save up your allowance, or how did you even get to start buying, especially the big cards that you buy?
Like I said, I went to flea markets. I would buy cards for like $1 and then sell them for a lot higher. Evolving Skies came into play a lot. I think I had like probably over the total like 5 ETBs, but every time I bought one, the next couple weeks they would just go up and I would sell them. And then it's kind of been like the same thing. Like, for example, I have a stack of cards here. Like I just got this recently. It was a lot, but I remember selling a specific card so I can get this one. So it's kind of just been like that. As the Poke Plumber said, like you sell this to get this.
Right.
And then with my spreadsheets, I can clearly see that I'm able to do that because of the income that I'm getting from the card shows.
So I was just going to ask you how you track your inventory. Do you put it on the collector app, or you have spreadsheets? Are there things that you bring to shows that you don't plan on selling, or is there anything that you bring that you're like, all right, I got to get rid of this? How do you track everything?
So I have multiple Excel spreadsheets where I track my raw, my sealed, my slabs, and also calculates how much money I'm making per show and my monthly income. And I always bring this because it's like my child. But we picked this up at your show for a lot less than what it is now. But I'm never going to sell it, even if it goes to a lot higher than it is.
Who'd you buy it from?
I don't even know his name. Like, he went to a couple shows and disappeared.
Wow. Oh, nice.
This I'm not selling. And then a ton of other stuff.
Is there anything that you've sold that your parents have been like, oh, or like?
Yeah, like my mom's a little bit confused on how cardboard's worth a lot. But what I always say is, paper's cheaper than cardboard, and money out of paper. So.
Well, that's awesome, though. I mean, like, so is this something you plan on doing for the rest of your life? Or are you trying to save up for a specific card or a specific purpose?
No, I'm just doing it for fun, and it's clearly working. But I am changing my name, like, very soon. I already hit up Gravy, who does mostly all of the local NJ vendors.
Yeah.
About my new redesign, new logo, but we're moving away from the kids stuff because it does separate me from people. Makes me feel like a little bit weird at shows.
Oh.
But it's also I don't really look like a kid. I'm 5'8" and I'm 12.
I didn't know you were 12. I mean, I knew you were 12 once you told me, but I didn't realize, because you're very mature, and even with talking to you, it doesn't feel like I'm talking to a 12-year-old. I have my friends and I have nieces and nephews that are around your age, and I'm just like, it's incredible that you're so interested in business. Are you interested in pursuing business as your career, or what is it that you or cards, or do you want to open a store one day? Is that your end goal?
Well, it was to open a store, but I don't really know what I want to do when I get older, because that's a question that a lot of people ask. I'm not sure right now. Cards is a big part of my life, and I want to keep doing it because I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't enjoy it. From watching to being amazed to see Joey, and then to seeing him every other weekend. So to vending. So
what so human card collector? Can you see the chat?
No, there's a chat.
Oh yeah, there's a chat. So
I'm on the YouTube.
Oh, okay.
On my PC. But
so we have a couple comments. So
how do I see it?
I'm not sure how to see it other than seeing it on StreamYard.
Is there a YouTube chat that I could see?
Oh, it might be. Yeah, if you put it on YouTube, you might be able to see it.
Yeah, I have it up on YouTube.
Oh, you don't see the chat, and are you in the live?
Yeah, I'm in the live. I'm watching myself right now.
Oh, I don't know. So, Andy, or let's do this. Said it's time for you to debut human card collector. So, are you going to say what your new name's going to be, or are you going to have a big reveal on Instagram?
Something collectibles. Now, I'm ideas, blank collectibles or blank TCG, blank something. But the reason why I'm not really too focused on TCG is because I don't want to be stuck to just TCG.
Right.
We do have a couple of Funko Pops that are worth a decent amount.
Are you ever planning on selling them, or are you more like this is just? Do you bring them to shows?
No, I have a Zorro. You know who Zorro is, right? From One Piece.
Oh no. I'm not even gonna pretend.
It's some guy, and I have his autograph from SR Collectibles. They've also taught this guy. I have his
okay, yeah.
A Funko Pop.
Yeah.
And I've always collected those even when I'm not vending.
Is there anything else that you collect other than cards and Funkos?
Everything. In my whole room, I have I have prime bottles, every single one. Swords. Like
Swords.
Yeah. Wait. Hold up.
Where are you getting these swords from? Are you going to Japan? Where you just have some like katanas lying around your room? So you've been a lifelong collector. So when you were a kid, were you like Legos, cars, trains?
Everything. I just enjoy collecting and like finishing sets.
Yeah.
Signed jerseys, little like crystal
Sneakers. Your mom's in the chat. So okay. So you're a sneakerhead? You were a sneakerhead before getting into cards?
Yeah. All different like Kobe's and like exclusive car or shoes and stuff.
Do you ever go to any other shows that aren't card shows? Do you ever go to Comic-Con or anything like that?
Never.
Have you gone to any card shows outside of New Jersey?
Yeah. I went to the Philly one in Pennsylvania, and there's one more, but I forget what it is, in the tri-state area. Maybe upstate New York, somewhere around there. Have
you ventured into vending in anywhere else out of state, or are you just mostly local?
Local.
Yeah.
I've thought about Collecticon, but it's a little bit too big for me so far.
What do you mean too big for you?
Like too big.
Nothing's too big for you. I mean, look at that. You're kid card collector. You're one of the most famous vendors that I have at the shows.
That's pretty
people
cool.
Look for you. You're very popular. You're very well liked.
It's crazy.
Do you do any vendor POVs? I think I remember seeing a camera. You didn't have a camera set up?
I have a camera, but like in case something gets stolen, like Rattle Pokemon.
Yeah.
He hit me up and then he dissed me the next week.
Whoa!
Yeah, look, he follows me because he was like, "What happened? Remember when Ryan lost his bag?"
Yeah, I think Ball lost the bag.
Yeah. But Rattle hit me up. He was like, "Do you have the footage?" And I sat there for like 2 hours going through my footage, and then like the next week, it wasn't towards me, but my name was up there.
Yeah. I've been in that too, with the with Rattle putting your name up on stuff, giving people awareness, not hate. So where do you what is the next show that you're going to be doing?
Yours this weekend. I'm walking.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't know you were vending.
I already have some deals set up with Poke and Pokey Squire. Labs.
Big boys. I whenever anyone's doing any deals with Pokey Squire, I know that it's a big boy deal. What do you got lined up?
This guy.
Oh, he bought that from you.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna keep going up. And then Poke got an absolute steal off me for this card. It's because the mega set that just got announced. That's a mega, and it just went up, and it's gonna keep going up. But
then why'd you want to sell it?
I was already up on it. And
what do you got your eyes on now?
Gold Stars, vintage, sealed. I wasn't a sealed collector, and in the past couple weeks, I picked up. I moved a couple of my big slabs to get some sealed, like 3 booster boxes, 1 build and battle, like the big thing that has all of them, like the 20, however amount with 40 packs. Yeah.
Are you buying like older sealed stuff or newer sealed stuff?
Not Scarlet and Violet. I don't like Scarlet and Violet at all. I'm buying Sun and Moon, and I have an XY thing right here. It's going up right now. And Sword and Shield is what I'm mainly focused on. So
sword and shield. So you have your sword, now you need a shield. Do you have any shields? Do you have any
Not on me.
No. You didn't do any collecting of any shields?
No, skip that.
Oh. Did you see the shield when you came to the store?
No,
we have a Zelda. I don't know if it's at the store or at the warehouse now, but it's a Zelda, Legend of Zelda, the video game. they have a Link sword and shield. So Rob had it up in the store. I don't know if it's in the store now. I don't know where, because he's done some renovating, so things have moved around a little bit.
Yeah, I need to come back for sure.
Yeah, pick up some One Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't sell One Piece. I only collect it for myself. But
so do you still open packs now that you're full on business, or are you just like slabs?
I embezzle.
Oh, so do you open any of the stuff that you're buying that's sealed, or do you just keep everything sealed?
I open.
Yeah. What have you opened lately?
That's what I mean. Embezzle, to steal.
You
I thought no, because like Philly Lurk, he was like day one of embezzling cards. I thought that's what they, like put your money in.
Oh, you think it means investing?
Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Yeah. No, I take it back. I take it all back. No.
Oh my God. So you don't embezzle?
No. Wait, isn't it like what is the word that starts with E? That
You're an entrepreneur. What you use it in a sentence. You what?
Hold up. I'm pulling it up just to make sure, because I just Googled the definition after you like.
Well, no, you said embezzle. So you said you embezzle your own. So you're opening up your own sealed product because you're embezzling. So you're stealing from yourself, essentially.
Wait. Look, this is what I'm talking about.
We won't use it in a clip.
Yeah, don't clip that, chat. Yeah, this. Embezzling company funds. Isn't that what I said?
Yeah. So, but you're saying you don't embezzle?
I don't steal.
So, but
I take it back.
Okay.
I steal from my company funds to provide for my self-interests.
Well, that's what embezzlement is.
Yeah, so I did. Yeah, I do that.
So you do?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on. I was looking through my binder, and I came across this.
So, yeah, because I got it from Moody Pulls, and
You did. This was a gift from Gavin, and it was back in January. I think it was from January because it says 125. Whenever anyone gives me anything or I buy anything with a tag on it, I always keep it on there just so I can remember like where it came from or who I got it from. So I this is Moody Pulls and then your name and then the date. I was like, oh, it's even more special because it says the date. So yeah, you're very kind. So you got your favorite card on you?
Yeah. This, and I also have my first card with the wrinkles on it from. This card. This was like what got me in. It's like 50 cents, but it's really beat up. This was the first ever card I got.
Did you buy it where did you buy it?
When I was 6.
Oh!
Like my first ever card.
So is that from a pack that you got when you were 6, or was it something that you bought at a flea market?
Pack there that it comes in because it's very special to me.
What did you say? You had what that it comes in? What is it in?
Like it's like a collection box, and this is
what card is it? I can't make it out.
Tapu Koko.
Oh, nice. So what do you usually have in your case?
Slabs and then singles on my binder, but I want to get a second case and do slabs, and some singles. I really want to get out of the singles market and just focus on slabs.
Why do you want to get out of singles?
Because I see all like the big movers on, from local vendors, and they never really have sealed, and it seems to me that they're doing really well. So I kind of want to take their style and adjust it to mine.
Is there anything that you have in your case that won't ever move that you've had for a while?
Yeah.
Bricks. You got a brick?
Yeah, I have many bricks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did people sell you the bricks, or did you went and you bought them?
People sold me them like at 70% for like a $150 card that I've had for my first show. Like my bubble meal, it's raw, hasn't sold. Not one thing wrong with it. Makes no sense.
Do you have it priced high, or what?
Look, I got my singles right here. If I could find it. Sorry, hold up.
That's okay.
Not prepared.
That's all right. We were late because I had to run back in the house for my matching Labubu. So typically when you have your cases out, do you stay at your table all day, or what?
Like half of the show I'm walking.
Half the show?
325. You know your show that I did?
Which one?
The third one or the second one? Not the most recent, the one before that.
Do you remember what month?
No, but
okay.
It's like an 8-hour show, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
I walked for 6.
So who's sitting at your table all day?
My dad. That's why I have to sticker my stuff the night before. I write down in a notepad.
Does he make good deals? Or you trust him?
He makes very good deals for me. He doesn't buy. That's why I gotta go walk around.
He doesn't buy? Well, if you were at the table, you think that you would be able to buy at your table?
Yeah. But I haven't done that in a while, like in 3
years.
Where, like last show I walked like 30 minutes max just for my lunch break to take it for myself, because I do enjoy walking at shows. Like I will always enjoy walking more than I like bending, but to collect I have to bend. So
right. So what do you is it like 50-50, like the amount of shows that you walk versus the amount of shows that you bend, or you walk more shows than you bend?
In the beginning, I walked a lot more shows until I realized that I'm only doing the big shows, and it's not really worth my time to go to like a lower class show where not all the vendors.
Shots fired!
I'm not saying Gavin or anything. Like some distant shows, none of the immediate shows, just like distant ones. Also, I would love to go to Long Island, but that's like 2 hours away from me, so it's a venture.
Are there what's the advice that you would give it someone around your age that wants to start vending?
Find someone to look up to. Watch a lot of vendor POVs. If I didn't have so many hours of watching people vend and adjusting it to my style, then I wouldn't be able to do it. Because without that, you can't learn.
Right.
It's really hard to get into an environment where you can learn from people one-on-one if you don't watch the POVs.
Were you always someone that was able to talk to anyone, like not afraid of talking to adults? And that was something that struck me with you immediately, that you were not afraid to talk to adults. And I was like, he's a kid. So that's why I thought that you were much older. I thought that maybe you were already like 14 or 15, just the way that you presented yourself.
I've always felt like a stronger connection to people over the age of 18.
Yeah.
I feel like I could talk to them easier.
Right.
I do feel mature. Like I was at a show at Liquid Market. I live 10 minutes away from there, the place that's filmed at. The reason why I said filmed is because Severance was filmed there. And I like the show and I go there a lot. And I saw my friends. I just left them to go to the card show. So I feel like a lot more of a connection with adults than I do with children.
Do you think that's just because of your business and how you're so involved with cards right now, or do you think that's just been like since you were a kid, or I guess you are a kid, but even when you were younger?
Since I was younger, but it really became clear and strong that with adults I'm more comfortable.
Yeah.
But I can't really have 36-year-old friends. I still love my
That could
friends.
be, it would be strange if 36-year-olds just came to your house or like took you out and stuff like that. I mean, like, your parents are very involved, so I trust that you're very supervised, and it's I mean, that's the other thing about having someone around your age that's a vendor. I feel very comfortable with you vending at the shows, especially since there's the adult involvement is there 100%. It's not someone that's just dropping them off or dropping their kid off at the show and say, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever want there to be a situation where you feel ripped off, or your adult says, my kid was ripped off, I dropped him off with you. Because it's just not a good situation. I mean, but like I said, everyone's very involved with you being a vendor.
I also doubt that there would be an incident, which I didn't make right, because there was at the Woodbridge Mall, you know how some cards have like Pokemon Center stamps on them? I sold, the Charmander, like his head's like out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I was covering a table for my buddy, I'm like Pokestop Will, or not Pokestop Will, Pokestop TCG, the guy who always wears an Eagles hat.
Rydell?
Yeah. I don't know my name. But I was covering for him at his table. And I sold his card, which the price difference is like $150 for the Charmander, the regular, and the Pokemon Center stamp.
Oh man.
Sold the Pokemon Center stamp for a regular price to like an 8-year-old. And then I paid him the extra money.
Oh man. That's rough.
It took a loss because it's like $100 and something.
Yeah. We at the store, they started circling the Pokemon Center stamp on the top loaders, just because it's so easy to miss, and people have bought and sold the wrong cards because they miss the stamp. So lesson learned, right? Definitely. I'm sure it'll never happen again.
Definitely not. But it's something that like has to happen for one to learn. So right.
I'm sure that Rydell was understanding. I mean,
yeah, he was like,
he's not allowed to go to the bathroom, right? You're not allowed to go to the bathroom then.
No, he said you don't even have to pay me back. He's just that good guy. But I really did feel bad, and I wanted to correct my mistake, so I paid him the money. And
so have you ever vended at a show that wasn't as large as Woodbridge or mine or Liquid Games? Have you done any of the smaller shows?
No.
And you have no interest in doing them?
Not necessarily. It's just what I heard on the time. Like, you're there 8 hours. The buying conditions aren't great. The selling conditions aren't great. You have to pay for the table. You have to pay for the cost of getting there. I have to convince my dad to drive me there instead of spending my own money on gas. So it's really not worth it. I also haven't seen any local shows that are bad, which is really great about living in Jersey, because from what I've seen on the YouTube POVs, mostly all of the big vendors are in Jersey, and a lot of card shows are here. So I'm very fortunate.
Are there any shows that you're like, oh man, I really want to get there, but it's just too far?
Front Row, Collecticon. I want to go to Comic-Con. That's in New York. But
yeah. You probably really love it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff at Comic-Con that you don't see at a card show. I mean, like swords. Andy's saying that they have swords at Comic-Con. So I've never been to Comic-Con. I think that it would be sensory overload to me. I get very overwhelmed by big shows. Anything bigger than Bridgewater has kind of overwhelmed me a little bit.
Yeah, because the amount of tables that are there, 140.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem like a lot, but 140 different people selling tons of cards.
Yeah.
Really is a lot. And then what was I gonna say? Collecticon, it's like 5 times that. I think there's 600, 700 tables, and it's really hard to get a table because they sold out in a minute 30 for Jersey.
Right. But what about if you had the opportunity to go to Collecticon in Orlando or Cleveland or another Charlotte, or I think it's in Charlotte, maybe? Would you go?
I heard Atlanta was really bad, so I wouldn't do Atlanta. But definitely like Chicago, Orlando, and then card parties at the end of the month, which I will not be able to go, unfortunately. But I really want to go because a lot of content creators are there, and I look up to those guys. So,
do you want to make more content?
No. The only reason I have a camera is for like stealing purposes and in case there's an issue at my table, because I really want there to be like 100% complete transactions, no goofiness.
Right. No, it's for security 100%. I think it's smart for everyone to have a camera. But even though you look up to all the content creators, you don't want to make any content?
No. It's not for me to be on camera.
Uh-huh.
And on YouTube, and the editing's too much, and I really don't want that.
What about the shorts? I mean, you've been on some shorts. I've definitely seen you in some reels.
I'm always in the reels. I never post them though. My reels are really like just claim sales and silly little stuff, but they haven't popping off. Like my dashboard views, I don't know if this is normal, but it's 40,000 in the last 30 days. Like how much does NGTCG get? A lot more, right?
I mean, I have ads running, and there's there's a lot of things going on, and I post a lot, and let me look.
So, let me guess, 300,000, 250. I can't see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm getting there, you know.
I have right now. I have one ad running and one ad just ended, but my highest performing post recently is this one, and I'll let you guess why. Can you see? Ooh.
No. Oh yeah, PokeRev.
Yeah, I had to turn the comments on that one because it's incredible the things that people say.
Really, I wouldn't think that there's any hate on the most popular guy in the hobby and the coolest guy, one of the coolest guys in the hobby.
Yeah,
he follows me, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, did I lose you?
No. Right
oh, okay. Oh, I hit something. He follows you? That's so nice. Yeah, he doesn't follow me.
He doesn't?
No.
Are you joking? He has your like thing in his background.
Ryan or Rev?
Yeah. Ryan.
Oh, Ryan. Yeah. Ryan follows me. Rev does not follow me.
Neither me. I asked him. He was like, yeah, when I get home.
We'll get there someday.
Yeah.
We got to get some more clout, I guess. No, I like Ryan a lot. He's great. I love Jenny, his girlfriend. Today's her birthday. Shout out Jenny. If you're watching, you're probably not watching. You're probably doing something fun for your birthday.
But
Rev hasn't gotten home yet. See, once he gets home, that's the reason why he hasn't.
Yeah, he's been traveling a lot. You know.
Yeah. He's really busy. There's a baby on the way. There's a lot going on. Maybe he added the other kid card collector. Did you ever notice I'm the only one. Okay. Well, when he rebrands, maybe he doesn't want to follow someone that's a kid.
I doubt it.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to help him out. I can't.
Sorry.
So what's the biggest deal that you've ever made?
Cash or trade?
Both.
Okay. I like to stick under 1,000, but every show I sell around like 4 cards that are around the 1,000 mark, and then a ton of singles. But the biggest cash I've gotten in one deal was 1,800, which I did pretty well on. And then I almost made a play for a Gold Star Mudkip, which is like 1.7K.
Oh my God. Someone mentioned this Gold Star Mudkip yesterday.
I want one so bad, like really bad. Like Yeah.
I don't even know what a gold star mudkip is. I was just Gomez was talking about it yesterday.
This is like a gold star, like a little star in the corner.
Rob had the gold star Charizard. The
8. That's crazy.
It was a 9, but it's gone now.
They went up a lot recently.
I think it went to Throwdown Collectibles that may have sold it to Minimal, I think, to get some ponchos.
Big plays.
I think. But Rob got a magic card called a Black Lotus for them.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's a big deal magic card. So it was, but it's interesting how you could hold on to a card for a little bit and then it moves quickly.
Yeah. It's the right buyer at the right time.
Right.
People go to shows for specific cards. And then it depends if that card's there. And
yeah, that's why I really enjoy when people post their inventory right before shows. I repost them and then people are coming into the shows and they know where to go and find them. So whenever people are ready to start showing their inventory off, it's hard because I'm sure that deals are going on throughout the whole week before a show, and then the show happens.
Yeah, I made the 2 deals yesterday, and then that card's probably gonna be like 800 by the end of the week, which I sold for less than that. It's okay though.
You sound a little bitter about it.
A little bit. I was thinking about it, but I did well.
Yeah. Did you grade it yourself, or were
I got it for a lot lower than what I sold it for?
All right. Then, do you find that you have a lot of emotional attachment to the cards?
Yes, because I have a case in my room, like hangs up. Is it visible? No, can't see.
All I see is a Labubu butt.
But, yeah, it's like a clear case, and all the cards are right there, like right where I sleep. This is my bed. And I like wake up in the middle of the night. I see my Labubu and my cards.
You're like, where am I?
I feel like attached to the cards because
they're
near me. That also helps me like financially because I won't cut too much of a deal with someone. But I'm also reasonable to work with, you know.
No, it's great. I mean, like and being that you do deals with the same people all the time, I'm sure it's good, and you know, kind of how much wiggle room you have with the cards.
Mm-hmm. Up until a couple shows ago, like maybe 4, around my 5th card show. Up to then, I was just using my notes and my pictures to find out how much money I was making.
Oh my gosh.
Which was really tough. And then I sat down. I was like, I need to get this done. I spent like 2 hours putting everything in, putting how much I paid, the name. And it's really worth it. Yeah.
I don't have any idea how people just take pictures of things with the cash and then that's how they know how deals went or how to keep your inventory. I think that it would make me nervous.
I take a picture so I can go back in my photos and number 1, post them. And number 2, remember what I paid for the card. Because it was an incident that just happened where I forgot how much I paid for a card. I didn't know if it was $560 or $460 and the card's around $500. So it's a little bit tough.
Mm-hmm.
Remember. RNG Games doesn't follow me. If you could, talk to Rob.
Why are you trying to make some deals with him or something?
No, it's just I want to be followed by.
For someone who doesn't want to do anything with social media, you seem to be collecting the followers.
Well, on Instagram, it's different. Because that's like a business page. It's like
are you verified yet?
It's no, that costs money. It's like $15, right? A month.
I think it's more. You said 15?
I think so.
Oh, I wish it was only 15. I think it's more.
A lot more?
Yeah, I think it's something like $40 or $50. It's a lot.
I'm definitely not getting that anytime soon. It's an investment.
It's an investment. It's a tax write-off. I don't know if anyone thinks that the show is any more legit because now I'm verified. What do you think? You're younger than me. So do I have more clout now that I'm verified? Is that what happens?
Definitely, because it makes people like look at your page twice. Like,
Uh-huh.
he has enough like revenue to spend $40 every month on
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
a little check. So that makes like people think that you're more official, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think people were. I hope that I was official, a couple months ago before I decided to get verified.
You're definitely you're like the most popular show in Jersey.
No. There's several. I'm not the longest standing. I'm not the biggest, but
You're up there,
oh, thank you.
of course.
Do you have any packs lying around? You want to do a pack battle?
Yeah. I'm gonna get yelled at.
Uh-oh.
No,
He's embezzling. Don't tell anyone.
I'll open a one-piece pack.
Okay. Yeah, don't open anything that you're supposed to be selling.
I'll try. All right, ready? I got two. Which one? One Piece and Pokemon.
I mean Pokemon. We're going with Pokemon.
All right, also from the One Piece one.
So what's your plans for the summer?
I'm gonna work and
work doing card shows or work doing something else?
my dad works for a plumbing company, so I'll probably just help out there. That's what I did last summer.
Uh-huh. What will you do for the plumbing company? Working for like a Pokey plumber? Are you the new Pokey plumber?
No, I told my dad. He was like, "Dang it!" When the name was taken.
Uh-huh.
I got nothing.
You didn't even open it on camera.
I thought you already opened it.
No, I'm waiting on you.
Wait. I'll open the One Piece.
All right. Steel energy.
Bear Paw energy.
Bear paw energy. I'm like, where's my camera? Coughing, wheezing. What is this? Wheezing.
Cramorant.
Little chunky guy.
Ooh,
Oh,
$17.
Romby. Oh, and the Snorlax. I like the Snorlax. Sweet.
I have a question for you.
Oh, what's that?
How did you get like started with NJTCG? Because it probably took like some promoting. How did you get it promoted from what it like just starting out to 140 tables every month?
That is a good question. So I met Morgan, Monty and me. Yeah. Do you know Morgan?
I do.
I'll introduce you to Morgan next time you're at the show.
That'd be great.
Morgan is, I was introduced to Morgan because I went to her house and there was a Pokeball candle in her house. And I was like, oh, what's this? And her dad said to me, oh, my daughter does these craft shows. It's like Pokemon craft shows. I said, oh, wow, that's interesting. And whenever I went to go see her dad, I never got to see her because she was working. So it became the summer and she was like, oh, she was telling me about these card shows she does. And I was like, oh, that's weird. That's interesting. Because Rob had the store and I was trying to figure out how I can be, how I could get involved with the store. But whenever I came to the store, I was just getting in the way because I didn't know anything about cards. I didn't know anything about Magic. I didn't know anything about Pokemon. I knew absolutely nothing. I was just, all I could do was hand binders to people. And I don't even know if we had binders back then. So yeah, I was completely useless in the store. So when Morgan told me about the shows, I had some background with concert promotions, which is weird to say, but when I was young, when I was like 19, 20, I used to run a record label where we had concerts and I'd have shows, like concert shows. So I said, okay, I think I could do this. So I went to a hotel and I figured out how much it was going to be. And I knew Morgan and I knew some of the other guys that came to the store that were vendors. And then I just put a little flyer together looking for vendors, and we had like 32 vendors come. And I ran Facebook and Instagram ads to promote the show. And that's how it started.
That's crazy that you went from like 30 tables to 140 and waiting lists, which blows my mind.
Yeah, I feel very fortunate that I got in at a right time. I think that when people were looking for a different kind of show that with a different kind of organization. So, and all the money that I made in the show, I just put it into more shows and bigger space. So I've been able to work my full-time job throughout this whole time. So I've been just investing more and more money into the show. And now we've gone out of state, and that's exciting. So we did our first show out in Massachusetts, and then we're going to have a show in Pennsylvania in the fall. And I'm working on Maryland and maybe Florida. Florida was the first place that I was looking, but what'd you say?
That's too far. We got to keep it local. Always remember me. Don't get too famous.
Oh, you always have a table. I'll always have a table for you. We'll figure it out.
So you're switching to the TCG show, which...
Well, I think when we're out of state, calling ourselves the New Jersey TCG show might be a little confusing if you're in Pennsylvania and you're calling yourself the New Jersey TCG show. So I think the TCG show, people know what it is. It's not just Pokemon, although it's pretty much 90% Pokemon. But I think the TCG show is cool. I might have to rebrand once we find out your rebrand. I might have to be like adult card collector, but that sounds like it might be something else. It might the TCG, the United States, the United TCG Shows of America.
Any ideas or tips that I should know about changing my brand? Like what should the blank be before collectibles? Because I still don't know. Because
you didn't even figure out what your name's gonna be yet?
No, all I know is that I want a different name. And I wanted to have collectibles in it, and I'm trying to figure that out. Because I want something to stick with. Because I don't want to have to change it again. Like when I'm at 7,000.
Are you looking at how many people I have right now, or what do you got on your phone?
7,654 followers.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what's your favorite character? Or what's your favorite Pokemon?
Depends on the day.
And never-ending collectibles. That's a good one.
Yeah. What are the comments saying?
It says, I'm with your mom, Gavin. The United TCG Show of America. Never-ending collectibles. Katana collectibles. I like that. Sword and shield collectibles. I don't know. What have you put it into ChatGPT yet?
I have in the last couple days put a few Pokemon questions into ChatGPT. About my name, about like investment purposes. Because the new set, I was seeing some videos, and a lot of people predict that it's gonna bring Pokemon down. And I don't know if I should take a break from slabs or keep going. It's just tough.
It's a feeling. And once we get more experience, we'll be able to know more. Right? Me and you have been in this about the same amount of time. I think you've been in it longer than me. I'm going to be 2 years in May, or not May, 2 years in September.
September's my birthday. Well, it just turned my first year. So I started collecting at 6. I didn't start vending till December, which was December. Long time ago.
So embezzling collectibles seems to be what the chat likes the most.
Okay,
I think it's funny. I think we might have a winner there, and it could be like you with like a gold chain on as you're like and like rings.
I want to keep my logo, just change like the name across of it.
Like
that
first logo though you had with the Moonbryon, that was That was a good one.
It's still pinned. For those who don't know, Marilyn made that. Look, it's my reference post thing.
Gavin collects. Gavin Collectibles.
No, I wanted something like Lucky Collectibles is a really good name.
Why not Lucky Collectibles?
It's one of your vendors.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I actually have 2 Lucky Collectibles.
Like
I think there's one in New Jersey and there's one in Long Island. How about Lucky G?
I wanted to say collectibles. Like, I don't know. I'm Labubu Collectibles.
No, because Labubu's are gonna,
They're gonna die out within the month, in my opinion.
So I shouldn't get all those pins made?
No. Well, no. Pins are okay. I think that
I'm not gonna get them for another month.
I think that's
so.
Well, pins are okay. I always
but they're Labubu evolution pins.
Those don't count because those are Pokemon, and Labubu only. They partnered with One Piece.
Oh.
Piece Labubu, like little thing.
Constant reinvention. That's how you have to stay relevant, right?
Yeah. Adapting, evolving.
So yeah, I guess embezzling. Thank you, Gavin, from Embezzling Collectibles.
We gotta take that out of the line. You're gonna think that I'm stealing now.
No, well,
I blame Philly Lurk.
What? No.
I'm just messing around.
So, what are you most excited for the summer, other than working and doing shows? Anything else lined up?
No. Just
no, that's it.
Summer is just consisting of card shows.
I'm
excited for the summer because I'm gonna have more time to build my business.
Yeah, that's true.
I had a field trip today for school.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Camp Sacagawea. It's like a summer camp, but we visited with my school.
So what did you do? Like hiking? What do you do at Camp Sacagawea? Did you learn about Sacagawea? Did you Oregon Trail? What did you?
We did boating and rock climbing.
Wow, that's pretty intense.
No, but we got yelled at.
Wait, we weren't allowed to go rock climbing and boating?
No, we were allowed, just my school was bad. I was personally good, but.
All right. Well, thank you, Gavin. It was so exciting to hear more about your vending journey, starting from someone who's just an observer of YouTube channel and then coming to shows and getting to see your favorite vendor POV stars.
Yeah.
And then now becoming a star yourself, if you ask me. I mean, I'd love to see more content from you, but if you're not the in front of the camera kind of guy, then just keep on doing what you're doing. I think that you're a great example to anyone who wants to get into vending, especially a young person, because the sky's the limit, right? Did you ever think that watching these vendor POVs that you'd be in it and at some of the biggest shows in New Jersey? Did you ever think that you'd get there?
I knew that I was gonna vend eventually. Even if I had $2 cards, I would sell bulk just for the experience of vending. And then I enjoyed it so your first my first show was yours, and I enjoyed that so much that if that was a bad show, I just would stop vending. But because it was so good, I kept going. So thank you.
Oh no, I think that didn't you vend it at another show before mine?
No, first.
I thought you vended at Woodbridge first, and then I was the second show.
No.
Oh my God. That's so sweet. Thank you, Gavin. I appreciate you and I appreciate your family. And it's such an inspiration to people who want to get out there and aren't afraid to get out there and put themselves out there to vend and have the support from their families. It's really great to see, because I would like to have a family friendly event where someone who it can be educated. So your parents might not necessarily know that much about about coming to card shows or even Pokemon cards, but they can come and they can feel comfortable with asking vendors a little bit about what the cards are and what they're worth. And now that they've learned, they're able to help other families. So that's awesome. So I'm really happy that we've been able to connect, and I hope that you're going to vend at all my shows.
Yes, I really do want to, and thank you for having me tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, Gavin. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye.